Transduction is where nearly every story begins. Cells are constantly converting energy from one form to another, and nowhere is this more apparent than in bioenergetics. Mitochondrial respiration and oxidative phosphorylation turn nutrients into usable fuel, while glycolysis keeps things running even when oxygen is scarce. Together, these pathways maintain calcium homeostasis, power cellular work, and keep life comfortable away from thermodynamic boredom. Of course, energy production is never perfectly clean. Reactive oxygen species are inevitable byproducts, especially when electrons leak during mitochondrial respiration. Superoxide and hydroxyl radicals sound like villains, and sometimes they are, but they also serve as signaling molecules. Problems arise when redox stress overwhelms homeostasis, tipping the balance toward DNA damage, lipid peroxidation, and protein modification. When this happens, cells face difficult choices. Controlled self-destruction or apoptosis can protect the organs. Failure to regulate this process can contribute to oncogenesis and carcinogenesis, especially when endogenous oncogenes escape normal checks. DNA lesions accumulate, repair systems struggle, and the risk of cancers rise. These mechanisms connect directly to disease: cardiovascular disease, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, kidney disease, neurodegeneration, sarcopenia, frailty, ischemic stroke, and even dysfunction of the cardiac synaptic node all share links to mitochondrial dysfunction and redox imbalance. In acute cases, unchecked inflammation and oxidative injury contribute to conditions like acute respiratory distress syndrome. Mitochondria are not acting alone. The extracellular matrix, cell signaling networks, and proteolysis pathways constantly exchange information. Voltage-gated ion channels regulate electrical and chemical gradients, while calcium ions act as rapid messengers. Motile cilia and primary cilia sense mechanical and chemical cues, integrating environmental information into cellular responses. The immune system uses these same chemical tools for microbial defense. Phagocytes deploy nicotinamide, adenine dinucleotide, phosphate oxidase to generate reactive chemical intermediates inside vacuoles, neutralizing bacteria. When tightly controlled, this is effective. When not, chronic redox stress contributes to autoimmune diseases, inflammatory conditions, and tissue damage. Even though itself may have a role, variation in the geometric field and hypomagnetic environments have been explored for their influence on redox biology and mitochondrial behavior. So while reactive oxygen species may sound alarming, they are really part of a larger conversation, one that spans from quantum levels, electron behavior, to whole organism health. Energy flows, electron shifts, signals propagate, and cells decide whether to repair, adapt, or overcharge. Delicate dance can be risky. In a world full of chemistry, oxygen, and just enough uncertainty to keep biology interesting.